I am giving away 12 Charizard Ultra Premium collections to my subscribers. At least I think it's going to be 12 Charizard Ultra Premium collections. For the past 11 weeks, every Wednesday we have gone live on YouTube to do a pack break. And I have told you guys that every single Wednesday that we pull an Ultra Rare Charizard, that adds one Charizard Ultra Premium collection that we are going to give away to you guys, to our subscribers. And we have pulled an Ultra Rare Charizard every single week for the past 11 weeks. So next Wednesday, as long as we pull a Charizard during the stream, we are going to be giving away 12 Ultra Premium collections. Otherwise, it'll just be 11, but we'll probably pull one because we've done it for the past 11 weeks. So 12 Charizard Ultra Premium collections to my subscribers. All you have to do to enter to win is just make sure you are subscribed. So hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And then in the description, there is a link to Gleam. Click on that. You just have to enter in your name and your email address. Boom, you are registered. Come back next Wednesday during the stream. That's when we're going to give them all away. And you can see if you won. It's going to be an absolute blast. I can't wait. These Charizard UPCs are going to look fantastic. We're going to open one up to get an early look at it tomorrow in tomorrow's video. So make sure you come back for that. It's been great. Target had them up for like 12 hours yesterday. Walmart had them up last night for a very long time. They seem to be super available for people, which is absolutely fantastic. I love it. There's a lot I could say about it, but we're not going to talk about the Charizard UPC today because we'll talk about that tomorrow while we unbox it. We're going to talk today about Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Go is actually one of my favorite TCG sets from the Sword and Shield block, and I know a lot of people aren't big on it. They're not high on it, and I understand there's not a whole lot in the set. The set is relatively small. The pull rates are pretty good. You got some really cool Radiant. I personally love the Radiant cards. I love the Radiant Blastoise. I love the Radiant Charizard, and I love the Radiant Venusaur. To me, it really gives me a feel back to like the Neo Rev shinies, the Neo Destiny shinies. It really brings back that feel to me, which is very nostalgic for me. Lots of cool Pokemon, some really cool Rainbow Rares in this set. I really enjoy opening up the Pokemon Go set, and it's cheap and it's affordable compared to the specialty sets that we've had lately. Champion's Path, Shining Fates, Celebrations, when those came out, I mean, Pokemon Go, you want to talk about a good price per pack. You can find packs for around $3, $3.50 if you look hard enough. It's a really good deal for these specialty sets. So we're going to look at Pokemon Go and why it might be a lot better than you think, and we're going to compare it to some other sets. I'm really excited about this video. I think it's going to be really good. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. It does go a really long way for the algorithm. Let's start out by just looking at the pull rates for Pokemon Go. So this is the average hits per booster box. They don't make a booster box for Pokemon Go, but when we do pull rates, we kind of go off booster box data, 36 packs. So in 36 packs of Pokemon Go, your average hit rate is actually close to 12 hits per box, 11.66. If you compare that to a normal booster box like Evolving Skies, you're going to get about 7.8. So really good pull rates when it comes to this. Not so great when it comes to the upper rarity stuff, the Rainbow Rares, the Secret Rares, things like that. But you're going to get about 5.18 average regular arts per box. That's 1 in every 3 packs. Your average VMAXs per box, not a whole lot of VMAXs in this set, but you get 1 out of every 2 boxes, basically 1 out of every 63 packs. Average V-Stars per box, you get 1 per box, basically. So you only have a couple in there. You have the Dragonite, you have the Mewtwo. Every 33 packs is basically going to give you a V-Star, but the full art number is really good, 1.44, which is way better than what we've seen in past sets. 1.44 per box, 1 out of every 25 packs. Your pull rates for full art Pokemon in the past several sets have been like 0.7. So this is way better than that, about twice as good as that. Average alternate arts per box, 0.28. So there's just 2, just the Conkeldurr and just the Mewtwo, 1 out of every 125 packs. Not bad. Average full art trainers per box, 0.072. So 1 out of every 500 packs. It's a really, really tough one. But when you look at full art trainers in the box, there's only, or in the set, there's only 1. It's just the full art Professor's Research. And it takes about 500 packs to complete the set, which isn't bad at all for a master set. Average secret rares per box, you get about 1, which is better than what we've seen from previous sets. That's 1 out of every 35.71 packs. Average rainbows per box, 0.72, which is 1 out of every 50 packs. Average secret items per box is 0.21, 1 out of every 167 packs. And then average secret Pokemon per box, 0.072. You just have the Mewtwo Mewtwo V-Star Rainbow Rare, so not a whole lot. And if you look at the ETB, this is what I'm talking about as far as pricing being way down, way cheap. You're getting close to wholesale pricing on this product when you factor in shipping and things like that. Your LGS is probably playing close to $32, $33, $34, maybe even $35 for these ETBs. And when you tack on $8 to $10 worth of shipping, assuming they're shipping it out on TCG Player, they're kind of going to have to, $39.25, they're probably losing a buck or two on these sales, especially when you factor in fees and things like that. So $79.67 is where this was moving when it first came out. That was pre-order pricing, kind of got lost a little bit, didn't sell very well, and then dropped like a rock all the way down to $39.25 now, which is an all-time low for this set, even though it hasn't been out super long, right? If we look at the booster packs, $335 is where booster packs are sitting right now. These wholesale as a booster pack for right around that $2.70 mark. So not a whole lot of profit margin when it comes to this set, but there's a ton of product. So very, very available, very high supply, very low demand. That's why I wanted to look at it, because supply is very high. $3.35, that number just continues to fall down. $4.36 was its high point, which it hit at the beginning of August and then kind of just continued to drop down and spiral out of control. $3.35. That's a good price for a normal booster pack, not necessarily a specialty set. Then it's a great price, right? We've got the Radiant Charizard, which has done really well. And if we look at the past few months of data for a lot of these cards, they have leveled off extremely well, which is very rare. If you look at specialty sets in the past, like Champion's Path, Shining Fates, even Celebrations, those sets came out and dropped really, really hard. Huge drops week over week. Pokemon Go dropped for a few weeks and then kind of leveled off, and this Radiant Charizard is no exception. Right now it's sitting at $24.83. Its low point of $23.15, it actually hit in the middle of September. It's done really well. Part of that is because of its competitive play. It was featured in all the winning decks that we've had at regional events so far. It had at least, I mean, you can only play one copy, but it had a copy of it in the regional winning decks. I don't remember if Hale played it, but I know Tor did, and obviously Piper did in the first event of the season. So it's done really well competitively, and it continues to just kind of level off consistently. Then we've got the Mewtwo V alternate art. Not doing too bad, but it is at a 3-month low right now of $32.46. Its high point of $54.38 right after the set came out. So it's been crashing pretty hard, but over the past few months, again, since August on, not a whole lot of movement. Stayed right around that $33 mark, so it's leveled off very well. Then we've got the Rainbow Rare Mewtwo V-Star, which has trended upwards a little bit since the end of September. It's currently sitting at $43.80. That's above its 3-month low of $42.42. Its high point of $51.57. It hit at the end of August, so it actually trended upwards a little bit after the set release, then dropped really hard, and now it's kind of leveled off a little bit over the past couple months. Same thing with the Mewtwo V-Star. Over the past couple months, it stayed right around that $25 mark. Its low point of $25.84. It hit about a couple weeks ago. It's sitting at $26.03 right now, so really close to that 3-month low. Its high point of $39.04. It hit at the beginning of August, trended down a little bit until the beginning of September, then kind of leveled off a little bit. So over the past month, been very consistent. The Dragonite V-Star Rainbow Rare has been up and down, but if you look at the price differences here of its high and low, not a whole lot of difference there. So for the past 3 months, it stayed very consistent. Ever since the beginning of August, there has only been a swing of a few dollars for this card. Its high point of $33.95. It hit at the beginning of September, dropped all the way down to its low point of $30.16. That's only about a 10% dip there for a new set. That's not too bad for a new card. And that was at the beginning of October. Now it's sitting at $31.31. Then we've got the Blanche Rainbow Rare. The Rainbow Rares are doing really well in this set. This one is currently sitting at $17.60, which is well above its 3-month low, which it hit at the middle of September of $15.22. Still well off of its $19.57 3-month high, but not a whole lot of variation in there. Again, you're looking at about 20% ever since the set released, and you see drops 60, 70, 80% sometimes for a lot of cards after a set releases. So this is very, very interesting. The Melmetal VMAX has stayed very consistent since the beginning of August. It was at about $17 at that point. Currently, it's sitting at $16.19. So over the past 2.5 months after it saw that initial drop, it's leveled off really well, and it's currently sitting at $16.19, which is a little bit above its 3-month low of $15.99. Then we've got the Rainbow Rare Professor's Research, which is a little up over its 3-month low, currently sitting at $17.22. It hit its 3-month low at the end of October at the end of September, $16.44. Still well off of its 3-month high of $20.95, which it hit at the end of July. That was right after the set came out, about a month after the set came out, obviously. Then we've got the Rainbow Rare Candela, and you can see this one's actually trending in the upward direction. Its low point of $14.64. It hit at the beginning of August, and then started trending trending upwards, then dipped a little bit at the end of September, and then moved up a little bit. It's sitting at 1593 currently. Rainbow Rare Spark also trending upwards a little bit, sitting at 1701 currently. Its 3-month low of 1511. It hit at the end of July before starting its upward trend. It hit $18.59 in the middle of September before dropping back down a little bit. Now it's climbing back up, but still not a whole lot of difference in value over the past 3 months, doing really well. This is the big key takeaway that I wanted to share with you guys because I find this extremely interesting. We just went over cards in the set that are worth over $15. Pokemon Go is not a big set by any means, so several of the ultra rares are sitting above $15 for a market price right now, which is actually not too bad. Pokemon Go has 10 ultra rares in the set that are selling for above $15. When you start looking at that pack price, now it doesn't have any cards that are selling for hundreds of dollars, but it does have 10 cards that are selling consistently over $15. So decent value when you have pack prices that are hovering right around that $3 mark. Lost Origin, for example, with all those ultra rares, all those trainer gallery cards, also only has 10 cards selling above $15. That's it, only 10 in Lost Origin, and that set is, you know, almost 3 times the size of the Pokemon Go set. So only 10 cards in Lost Origin that are selling over $15, just like Pokemon Go, which also has 10 cards selling over $15. Astro Radiance has 20 cards that are selling over $15. A couple of them from the trainer gallery, the majority of them from the main set. Same thing with Brilliant Stars, a couple of them from the trainer gallery, the majority of them from the main series set, but 17 cards that are selling over $15. If you look at the specialty sets that came out, this was the interesting one to me. This was the interesting factor that I wanted you to take away. Champion's Path, Shining Fates, and Celebrations were the other 3 specialty sets, the other 3 holiday sets that we had come out during the Sword and Shield block. Obviously, we have one more that's coming out in January. We have Sword and Shield 12.5 prior to Scarlet and Violet taking over, and obviously the MSRP increase. Champion's Path, the first holiday set that came out, only 2 cards that are selling for above $15. They're both named Charizard. Only 2 cards that are selling above $15. They're very expensive cards, but that's it. Just those 2. The third one is like the Rainbow Rare Gardevoir, which is only selling for like $7 or something like that. Shining Fates, only 1 in that card is named Charizard. Only 1 card that is selling above $15. Now, that product was printed like an absolute ton, but I think it was because it was so front-ended with how many people were buying, cracking packs, grading cards, flipping, cracking, like all that stuff. It was so front-ended that it just dived really, really fast. And then obviously we had this massive reprint in April of Shining Fates. It just got flooded the market. Singles not doing well in Shining Fates at all, but just that one Charizard card. Then you've got like the Suicune, the Drizzile, the Inteleon, those baby shinies that are doing okay, the Skyla doing okay, but still below $10 for Shining Fates. Then we've got Celebrations, only 3 cards that are selling above that $15 mark. One of them named Charizard, which is selling for around $70 right now. Then you've got the Umbreon Gold Star, which is about $22, and the Gold Mew card, which is about, the Gold Mew is like $30, $35, somewhere in that area. But again, Pokemon Go not getting cracked as much, which makes it not too bad of a set to open, especially with the price point, because if you look at the pack prices for those other packs, Shining Fates right around $5, Champion's Path closer to that $9 mark, Celebrations right around the $7 mark, makes Pokemon Go look a lot better than I think a lot of people are giving it credit for. And the set, not too bad. So I wanted to get your input. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, what you think of Pokemon Go, what you think of these numbers, what you find interesting. I really appreciate the feedback, and I really enjoy the conversation. So please leave a comment and a like down below, because it also does go a very long way for the algorithm. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And then make sure to enter to win a Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, because we're giving 12 of them away next Wednesday live on this YouTube channel. So thank you guys so much for all your support. I will see you tomorrow with an unboxing of the new Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. It's going to be awesome. Until then, guys, peace.